Probably not coming back in. But she'll be here again, that's for sure. So the fourth set of the bronze medal match here at the CV Champions League. Bronze medals on the line. Super busy here now. Yes, there's a few seats still untaken, but 3 tiers here, and the top tier is very, very busy. Milano will be looking to push from the off here, and Oro, the setter, just starting with the service, will be a big threat to the passing unit. Julu is in. It's Markova that's out the pass at the moment, so they're just shifting around depending on who's on the front court and who's where. Frankie's at 2, Julu pinches in to help from the outside. Oro again doing bits from the baseline at the right time. Ajar stays in, so still no eye catch for Kbank on the front court receiver. Julu, she's going to get it back, and again, big aggressive swing. She gets up so high, and the beautiful thing about that is she's so aggressive with her approach. The ball gets a little bit behind her. All of a sudden, the timing is slightly out because of that for Agonu. She's beaten. It's a smart play. Julu certainly made a difference coming in fast. Kazort is just unbeatable at the moment. This is exactly the response from Navarini that he would have desperately wanted. Just come out, firing on all cylinders, put the opposition under the cosh a bit. VakifBank certainly have proven that they can up their level. Well, you think that in previous appearances they've still got a few more levels to work through to get to their very best. But great pass. Look at Domi again, has just everything today that's been deep on her. She's opened up, fast feet, she's kept everything behind her. Look, her feet are moving sort of backwards, sideways, on a diagonal. She's tracking everything so nicely. It's really not an easy thing to do, to keep passing those deep balls underarm. Good cover for Kbank. Navarini is calling a little bit for calm, one would think. Agonu doesn't do much calm. She goes through the block. And Julu again underneath the ball, twice in a row. Last time she went with the tip, now she goes with the hammer, and she goes out the side. Markova, serve to the inside. That's the serve that they want to create, Milan, on these front court receivers, but the block is there. They give themselves a chance in transition, but it's a monster block. And Xinyu gets across. And that one block yesterday for the Chinese international gets across here. She seals everything out again. Transition, not as many angles to swing on for Dowderop. High from Agonu. She almost has to lean on that one to open it up to the line. But she's so high that you'll lose height as soon as you start leaning in the air. Just crunches it off body. It's a great rip. Thing of absolute beauty. Get the pass into a good zone. Markova! Wowza! Agonu brings the heater. And then Markova does exactly the same. serve, formerly of Navarra. The service pressure from VakifBank starting to put Milan under the pressure that Giovanni Guidetti envisaged. Markova, 7th start in the Champions League. She started this season on the bench, came off the bench and scored 20 points in that first game, and also passed at 68% in reception. And since then, she hasn't been stopped or dropped in this competition till yesterday. Better again from VakifBank. Gensinyou. And look at Guidetti. He says finally he's seeing the promise from his side that he believes in, having that chat with him yesterday outside. Always about trying to up the level today. Would have been disappointed with that performance, but again, he said that young team, and they weren't at the level, and he was absolutely fine and accepted where VakifBank are currently at. But they're pushing for their level now. Milano failed to win last time they came to Turkey and play against VakifBank. They'd be much better today, and having Oro in also gives a lot more stability, but all of a sudden their backs are a bit against the wall. Markova hits 5, hits 5, hits 1 through the pipe. Since getting stopped on the pipe, heading towards position 5, she's opened up the other way, and there's a big gap. You can see Kurtajic protecting position 5. Oro's trying to leave Franti and help with the pipe, but there's no way that she can get across quick enough. Kadoni's there. VakifBank Istanbul take the lead in the fourth. Three in the pass. Dowderop probably the target to the line. Continue. Guidetti. He's got to be happy that the service pressure that he asked for is coming, and it is certainly paying off in lots of ways. Nigel puts the ball in a very good position. Great adaptation from Dowderop, just to sort of swing and get in line with that one. But that was a perfect pass from Nigel, fast enough. You see the middle really having to track and commit. And that left Gunesh open. A couple of overpasses from Nigel so far, but overall, she certainly has made a difference coming off the bench for the service reception. Danesi, a middle for a middle, an eye for an eye. The outside should open up a little bit now with the one-on-ones if the pass can get into a good spot. Dowderop again is on the money. This time it's Oro's turn to serve and to miss. That's a strange one. We saw a miss underneath the net earlier on, didn't we? But Milan having to really focus. Agoni's got a lot of work to do, and it's a bump set across to Agoni. It's a brilliant swing. Great set, I think, from Danesi. Agoni staying high and chewing off hands. Players will be on holiday after this game, that's for sure, with both teams' domestic seasons done and dusted. On the front court receiver again, and Markova shifted across, taking position 6 is Kazut. Tip over the top from Dowderop. VakifBank have the momentum here. Agonu, of course it goes to Agonu. That's wide. but potentially not quite high enough. Güneş, Markova, double teaming. Paola Agonu, let's have a look here. Where's the commitment? There is no commitment from the middle on Denesi. She gives up the middle, Güneş, and gets across. Jadžić just not quite aware that it's her rotation to come in. Two things with that. She was late coming on, but shows that happens at all levels of volleyball for the middles. Also shows that she is still just 20 years old and can drop out maybe into concentration at times. Not much older than that, and still drop out of concentration a lot of times. Back set, working away from the body. Dowder serves short again, but she's looked after that first pass very nicely. As we spoke about earlier, she served short there to affect the rhythm of her spike as well, and she has got after that one, and she struggled with the rhythm, caught underneath the ball, sends it out the back.
Gas, sulla loro battuta, quella lì che della Markova nel conflitto, che è scesa così, è difficile, va bene che ci sei per provare a chiamarla. Non smettere di muovere i piedi, anche sulle battute degli altri, vai a cercare questa palla coi piedi. Ragazzi, se noi però gli permettiamo a questa linea di ricezione di giocare con la palla in mano diventa difficile. Bisogna che gli diamo un po' più di fastidio su queste situazioni qua.
Macy, 11 points. Done 6. I think all the middles have certainly played well. Denesi, as we've said millions of times, has been brilliant this weekend. Agonu can only continue to play. Big chance for Markova, tips over the top. She's just slowed down and maybe showed it to Oro, who makes the read, goes to floor, but at the same time is not quite quick enough. That is good enough, isn't it? Someone's got to react on that second ball. Markova giving VakifBank a 3-point lead. Yemen coming into the middle. This is the first we've seen from Belgium International over this weekend. She'll be coming and trying to get the ball early on. Markova. Oh, what a start. Hem and Agonu team up for a block. Great substitution. Let's have a look. How the rhythm play had to go to Markova. That gave the green light for Herman to get across. Double up on the outside. Agonu getting booed. Ajo overpass. Massive opportunity to bring it back to one. Agonu goes soft and slow into the angle. That brings the defense into the game a lot more. Quick to the outside, fast off the hands. Jadsu Erzbay goes over on two. We've seen that a few times. Touch off the block to Dowderop, who puts it away. We are back to one. What a rally again here. Second ball seen. Herman does a real good job of just getting a touch on that and slowing the game down for the defense. Jebejulu beaten. Agonu out the back this time. Still, that arm is a little bit slower from Agonu at times than we've seen in yesteryear. Markova. Coming very good in this game, but another miss serve And you just think the likes of Markova, Van Rijk, this is the first real big weekend Champions League does hit differently. Chases on, Chatsu. Get up. Franti's been a very good addition to the side today. Fast arm. Zuta's had a very good weekend as well. And I like this game right now because both teams are bringing it aggressive, getting after their swings, both pushing each other in every area. That's what we've been waiting for this weekend from VakifBank. We know what they're capable of. Winning this league here in Turkey is not an easy thing to do. Ajar is just passing slightly off the net. She's frustrated. Franti shut down. Herman has come off the bench and made a real impact here. Best score in the Turkish league in 2023.
Don't forget piping exclamation.
Belgium international is cooking.
Enough. Attack straight and low against me. The block. Enough. Attack out one short diagonal. I'm okay. Attack out one linear block out. I'm okay. Oh, Danesi 7 block. Uesi block. Oro didn't make 1 block. Egolo didn't make 1 block. Let's try this one time. Haydi. We are.
Well, Herman come off the bench last year for Milano in the 5th set, scored 5 points. She's come off the bench in the 4th set this year, played for Excelsior in the Champions League final. Straight into the middle and instead making a real difference. Dalderot now 1 in front, Milano, another overpass. And Oro just loves feasting on the ball. Can move, adapt, and her arm is incredibly quick. Mazzetti's come back in. We haven't seen her for a couple of sets. Julie has had a very good game coming off the bench, we know that, but just a bit of a change of dynamic. It's a chance to us by just having a chat to the passing unit. Mazzetti's taking that ball very late, but doing a good job of opening up in it, like we said about Fukadomi this whole game. High off the hands, Franti. Milano is saying no touch. Franti is saying yes, there was a touch. This is tough. Remember, VakifBank were leading just about 2 minutes or so ago. Franti just dragging that ball probably a little bit more than she would have liked, looking for that outside hand. It's a close one. I'm really saying no. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Let's see Oro says no touch, don't touch. And the video replay said something a little bit different. Zara getting the cover. She's made a few outrageously good covers in this game. She's put in such a better shift than we've seen, or than we saw in that game between these two teams here in Istanbul. Denise is back on the Japanese. Vero is off for the time being. Belgium middle. Herman is back to serve. Conversations between Jansu and the second referee. Good serve this time from Herman. Brody comes back in at position 1. Front court receiver is Kazuka. She's not being given heaps of ball. She's given the ball now as a front court receiver. It's very difficult to get the ball to Agonu from that situation, but free net for Kazuka in the end. Let's have another look here. Eddie on the front court, decides to jump with the middle and leave the outside alone. He won't get an easier kill than that. Elena here this weekend. Great passing all the same. 2-point game, Milano. Ajar passing off again. It's a long angle serve to position 1. It's always a difficult one to cut off early and get into position 3. It's a tip over the top of Gonu. Almost a jumbo over the top of Ajar, and Ajar gets a disappointed look from Guidetti, almost to say, what is going on here? She's slow getting across to that base position, and she gets caught moving forwards. You can see, initially sees the tip and decides to move forwards, gets done deep.
Nobody's them is pushing anymore in serve. We just here at the last moment, one escape, another escape, decide to take the ball in the middle, and this one go. Cut, take out court. I don't take the rest, you take the ball in front. Inside out, Heide. Yeah.
Milano by 3, they were trailing moments ago, are just sort of gone, and she's slow getting to position defensively again, and that's why she got beaten last time. The confidence drops and the movement gets slower, and you can't really afford that in this game. High off Granti, and you think now that it might just be game over here. Zetti done exactly what she was meant to do. The tables have turned though in the time that she's been on. Chance for Markova. I mean, that's gone over. That's a great thing. Now she has to shuffle around again. Franti looking for a touch. No touch this time. No challenge either. Great dig, just getting the shoulders forward and getting the platform on the ball. The Japanese Americans really had a good game today. Impressive yesterday as well against the Moko. Straight down the line. Great pass really from Shebashulu. But there, the block of Milano raining down a little bit more pain. They're 2 away from taking bronze here. Deservedly so. VakifBank found a little bit of fire at the end of the previous set and the start of this one, but it's also been a tough weekend for them. Is there one more big push with Eti and VakifBank here? He's had a lovely weekend. She's going to get the ball back here as she passes straight and high, and Oro just gives some stability with the set. French captain's been insanely good again today. Priscilla and Dowderot. Spoiled for riches, not really, but certainly given the consistency needed. Match point, Vero Volley MILANO to win the bronze medal of the CV Champions League 2025. Both teams were in Pool C, but it's going to be Milano that take the bronze and bounce back from defeat to Amoko yesterday to take 3rd place in the CV Champions League Volley 2025. A superb performance from Stefano Lavarini and his team. They will leave with some hardware to take back with them, and they can be incredibly proud of the way they started and finished this game. For VakifBank Istanbul, it's more disappointment. They were below par yesterday against Scandici, and although an improved performance today without Kira Van Rijk, who's been struggling with bronchitis this week, they certainly did put in a better shift, but it wasn't enough to stop Paola Agonu and this Milano side. It's another bronze medal for that man, Stefano Labarini, who's been eliminated in all 4 of his semi-finals over the past 5 years. It's his first bronze medal as a coach. Scandici versus Amoko will take place later on, but the bronze medal match has finished here, and it's Milano 3, Istanbul, VakifBank Istanbul, 1, and VakifBank back-to-back losses in this Final 4. Paolo Agonu, much improved today. Around 30% hitting efficiency yesterday. Today, a lot of the ball, and here, probably a little bit of a loose one to give up from VakifBank Istanbul in the right angles, but couldn't quite press. But in turn, now Milano can celebrate. After finishing second last year, they take the bronze this year, and they are celebrating down there. All 3 outsides embracing. Embrace between the captain, Alessio Oro, Jelin, the libero, who unfortunately hasn't played much at all this weekend due to the very, very good form of Japanese libero. The bronze medal winner of this Champions League, Vero Volley Milano, and deservedly so as well. Well, we're just waiting for an interview courtside. But 3-1, the statistics, 5 aces to 0. VakifBank certainly did up their service pressure. 54 points overall to 38. Shows you a lot of how one-sided this game still wasn't. 8 blocks to 4 tells you a lot also. Difficult one to take.
Paola, congratulations for this bronze medal. What does it mean for you and for Vero Volley?
It's a really important medal. I mean, this year was really hard, but if I go and look all the progress and all the steps we did, of course we're sad for the match of yesterday, but we're really proud that we could take home a medal and finish the year with a win.
Is it motivating for you and for the next season to finish the season with a win?
Absolutely, yes. I think this club is really growing, and there are certain things we need to learn how to adjust better and create a better team and being able to play like a team.
Will we see you again in the Final 4 next season?
I hope so. That's the goal.